Good morning, Knights. Welcome to NDTV. I'm Sasha Small here with Stella Markel. Today is December 14th, 2018. There's only one more week left before finals, and it was very cool that there are emotional support dogs here on campus yesterday.
Yeah, thank you to the Bring the Change Mind Club for the highlight of our day.
I hope everyone enjoyed the dogs. But Stella, what do we have on today's show?
Today, we'll bring you an exclusive interview with Maddie Ackley about the releasing of her new album, a look into the Intro to Engineering class's wild homemade contraptions, a recap of all varsity sports, and an investigation at how schools across America are making their campuses safe. Stay tuned, Knights. We're just getting started.
The ND Film Festival is here. We are now taking submissions for this year's festival. If you have completed a short film, PSA, music video, animation, or any type of video project and would like to submit to the festival, please see Ms. Harkins-James in room 51. The deadline to submit is December 20th. Schools all over America, public and private, have been seeing the necessary precautions to make their schools safe against violence. NDTV recently went out to investigate what some of those schools, including ND, are doing to make their campuses safe.
As some school districts get ready to wind down their first semester of school, campuses all around continue to keep campus safety a priority in the wake of recent school shootings. From hiring additional personnel, digitally mapping out schools, or arming teachers, and even adding extra security to doors, a variety of measures have been taken to increase protection. Here's what some students at ND had to say about our school's safety.
I definitely feel safe at school, but there's definitely more they can do to make me feel more safe.
Maybe a little bit more security. But other than that, I feel safe.
And they upped the security a couple years ago, which was nice, had more people at different gates as well.
In addition to speaking to students, we also spoke to ND parent, Mrs. Small, about if she feels safe sending her child to ND.
I feel that the administration takes all necessary precautions to keep the students safe, and they look out for their best interests. They're always proactive in their measures.
In addition to speaking with students and a parent, I sat down with President Lowart to ask him what ND is doing to make the campus safe for students.
Continuing to grow our camera system. We're also going to add security staff. But by and large, I think Notre Dame's a very safe place, and students are very happy to be here every day. You're all smiling every day, so that's always a good thing.
After speaking to Mr. Lowart, I then spoke to police officer Lieutenant Martinez about other things that ND is doing as well as other schools in the LA area.
Drills, schools have increased security. They have increased counseling and intervention programs. They should have surveillance cameras, have regular practice drills like they do here in the school.
School safety is not an issue that just affects students at ND, but students all over. According to the students at Trumbull Career and Technical Center in Champion Heights, Ohio, their school has also made changes.
So I think the only thing we can do is be safe in our schools and have products like Bolo Stick and similar ones in our school to help keep intruders out of classrooms where the students are located. Large a school as we are, we do a good job of making sure that everybody knows their procedures for lockdowns and fire drills and tornado drills and how to stay safe in all of those. And we really emphasize it here, and it really helps out with everything.
Not only are schools in the Midwest experiencing changes in their security at school, but schools on the East Coast as well. Students at Harry S. Truman High School in the Bronx, New York, have also had some changes on their campus.
There's school safety police officers all around. When you come in, you have to swipe your card and stuff like that to make sure you're a student, and then go through the metal detector.
As safety issues on campus become more evident in our society, there are several manufacturers that are coming out with different systems to be used. I spoke with Mr. Bill Barnett of the Bolo Stick Door Barricade System about the system that he created.
I thought there was a better way to secure these classrooms other than just locking the doors and shutting off the lights. So in short, we made it the simplest that we could. It's solid steel. There's nothing to break. You can't break it. There are no mechanical parts to malfunction. Doesn't require electricity. And again, it's a round peg, round hole philosophy.
After interviewing Mr. Bill Barna about his system, we interviewed Mr. Thomas about our system.
This summer and sort of continuing on, we are in the process of installing these emergency pins. All the teacher needs to do, or students can do, is pull the handle, slide it in, and Now the door is locked. You go outside, can't get in. And pretty easy also then to pick it up and remove it. Goes right back in its holder right there. You can find them on almost all the classroom doors. We expect that they'll be finished by the end of the year, but most of them have been installed.
Another part of school safety is also you, the students. If you see something that a fellow student is doing online or at school, you should say something to an adult, especially if it is something that makes you feel unsafe. This rule applies to our campus as well as other schools. The day that we were interviewing some schools about this topic, Papillion La Vista had an issue like this come up on their campus.
During our third period, a student went into a boys' bathroom and was Snapchatting a video of a gun that he brought to school. That was immediately reported, and then local police officers came, got him into custody and everything.
As you can see, we spoke to a lot of different students across the U.S., and in addition to grades, studying, and activities, school safety is also on everyone's minds. Throughout our story, one thing that we can say about all campuses, including ND, is that both students and parents are becoming more aware that bad things can happen whether you're on or off campus, and it's best that we have procedures in place so that we know how to react in a situation like this. I'm Karen Abishan reporting for NDTV.
Thanks, Karen, for that story. Remember, students, if you see something that does not look safe, make sure to report it to a teacher or an administrator. On Wednesday, the Introduction to Engineering class had a contest on who could create the best Rube Goldberg machines.
Rube Goldberg machines are complex machines that perform simple tasks through very ludicrous ways. The engineering class has been hard at work on their final, which is to create a Rube Goldberg machine.
This is a process that deals with creativity applied to physics and engineering.
In addition to learning how to create a Rube Goldberg machine, the class also learned how to deal with frustration and heartbreak. Through trial and error, rethinking their ideas, and revamping original plans, the teams figured out how to overcome their obstacles. Great job to the entire class, but of course, only one team can be victorious. That one team is Jet Aquino and Ryan Okamara. Congratulations, guys, you deserved it. This has been Ben Sophie-Voss signing out for NDTV.
Congratulations to the winning team Jet Aquino and Ryan Okamara, who won by 1-point margin. Recently, senior Maddie Ackley released her new album to the public, and we took a closer look at the meaning behind it.
If I'm doing well, I'm most likely gonna say yes. Yes, I'm doing okay. That might not be the truth, though. I'm just trying to get by.
In November, senior Maddie Ackley released a new album to the public. We interviewed her to explore more about it.
Really was just writing a bunch of stuff on their own, just different songs. It started when I was 14. There are 4 songs on it. 3 of them I actually wrote this year, but one of them I wrote like 3 years ago, and I wanted the album to be a little more experimental than stuff I'd done in the past. So there's a lot of like jazz elements in a lot of the songs.
Forever like this major Queen fan. I've always loved Queen. They're my favorite band, and they do so much in their music. And that's always what I want to do, is just expand my musical boundaries when I'm making music. Yeah, I usually just come up with little ideas on the piano, and then I do melody and lyrics over it. Lyrics are always the last thing I do because they're, in my opinion, the least important thing. I will sacrifice lyrical quality over musical quality any day. I have 2 favorite songs. My favorite song, just kind of as a song, is Mr. Wolfman. I love the lyrics, they're fun, they're so random, and it's just a really fun song. It's got rock elements, it's got some swing elements, and it's about a werewolf going to a Mick Jagger concert, so what's not to love? And then I also loved the process of writing the Wizard's March because it was like playing with rhythms and it was so much fun. Well, you could stream it on Apple Music or Spotify. You could also find it on YouTube, or get this, you could buy it on iTunes or Amazon Music. Great for the holidays.
Make sure to support Maddie by buying her album, or go to her for more information. This is Mason Natarian signing out for NDTV.
Sounds like an amazing album. Knights, make sure to check it out on iTunes. As we close the season of fall sports, NDTV would like to bring you a recap from NDSN announcer David Galis.
Good morning, Knights. My name is David Galis, and I will be bringing you your fall sports recap. First, we'll give it up for girls tennis. Led by Coach Cupo, varsity tennis had a great season as Chai Feinberg made first-team All-League and Grace Alcedo and Lauren Acevedo making second-team All-League. Cross country ran onto the scene this year with a stellar season. Girls varsity went off this year at the Artichoke Invitational by becoming the small school division champions, with 7 runners placing in the top 25 in a treacherous course, including steep hills, gravel roads, and 5 hay bales the runners had to jump over. The runners who participated in this meet were Evelyn Baldwin, Sophia Cabral, Emily Aguilera, August Janzerins-Roberts, Milena Altschuler, Isabel Sagheb, Michelle Sugimoto, and Megan Trabolsi. They placed second in the Sunshine League with Sophia Cabral, Lacey Nayland, and Blyton Hayani all Sunshine League. Varsity boys also had a great season, starting off with a top 5 finish in the Artichoke Invitational and finishing in 6th place in the Mission League. Next, boys water polo came to play this season. Overall in this season, varsity went 20-8 and 3-2 in the league. The boys played well this season as they were able to win the Thrills in the Hills tournament at Chino Hills, beating Walnut High School 9-5. They were able to qualify for Division III CIF playoffs as well, but were knocked out by Costa Mesa in a tight game that ended with a 7-8 loss. Girls golf impressed with many people out with their outstanding season. With the guidance of Coach McClung on their side, varsity golf went 9-1 and took second in the Mission League with 1 stroke, literally. All 6 girls who qualified for the individual finals qualified as well, including Marley Franklin, who won Mission League MVP. In the individual finals, Annie Bufalino placed 2nd, Leona Brown placed 4th, and Alia Cam placed 5th out of 19 golfers. These girls also qualified for CIF finals for being part of the top 8 golfers in the Mission League. Outstanding season, Lady Knights. We'll be jumping straight into girls volleyball next in their amazing season. The Lady Knights went 23-10 overall in the season and tying for 2nd place with Harvard Westlake in the Mission League at 5-3. They also placed 3rd in the Redondo Union Tournament, losing out to Long Beach Poly 2-1. The Knights had an outstanding game against the Marymount Sailors, shutting out the 5th best team in the country 3-0 in front of our castle. The Knights finished off the season tying for 3rd in Division II and winning the first CIF state regional match in Notre Dame history. Simone Dominique was named the 2018 Under Armour All-American Honorable Mention for outstanding season and committed to the University of Virginia. Finally, we move into football. Varsity football had an outright amazing season this year, finishing 9-4 overall and 4-1 in league, leading to 2nd place in the Mission League. The team also made it into the top 20 teams of California for the first time since 2012. The team qualified for Division II CIF playoffs and made it all the way to the semifinals, taking down La Abra and Los Alamitos along the way. They were met with the number 1 seed in Division II, Rancho Verde. This game was extremely close, but in the end, Rancho Verde won the game on a last-minute touchdown, and the game ended 41-38. At the end of the season, Mikel Broussard was selected as to play in the 2019 All-American Bowl as a defensive back, joining the likes of Kai Forbath and Wes Horn as students from Notre Dame to be selected to play in the Army Bowl. Congrats to Mikel for his selection. Well, that's it for me this season. Congratulations to all the teams this year on their season and what's forward to come. My name is David Galis, and I will see you all next season after Winter Sports.
Thanks, David. Well, that's it for this week's NDTV. I'm Stella Markel.
And I'm Tasha Small. Try not to have a stressful weekend, Knights.